All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today, and what an interesting day it has been so far. So let's start out with a positive story here. Good guy Chris Bumstead. So I think this is a pretty cool story. So this random fan of Chris's commented on one of Chris's recent back training videos on Instagram, and he commented, "How many likes on this comment for you to fly me out for a pump session in the dungeon?" And Chris had actually immediately responded and said 10,000. So I thought, wow, that's pretty cool that Chris actually responded, and actually seems like a realistic possibility of him flying out a fan, possibly something that would be the highlight of this fan's year. So I saw him creeping up in likes. I think I saw it when it had like 3,000 likes on this guy's comment. Then it got up to 5, then 6. Then I think I posted it on my channel around 6,000. And then it climbed up a little higher. It got into the 9s, and then I posted it on my channel again, and then just a few minutes later, it got to 10,000. And I posted that over on the community tab of my channel. If you guys haven't gone over there and checked it out, we got all kinds of fun stuff going on in the community tab of my YouTube channel. But anyway, it got to 10,000 likes. And I was actually pleasantly surprised to see that Chris immediately acknowledged the fact that it hit 10,000 likes. He didn't just blow it off. And he was going to try and follow through and message the fan and make sure to try to set something up and make this actually happen. So when I talked to Chris, he said actually what he's going to try to do is when Chris is in Florida, so obviously Chris lives in Canada, nobody can travel to Canada right now, basically, without quarantining for 2 weeks, I believe. So Chris said the next time he's in Florida, his game plan would be to possibly fly the fan to Florida, because the fan is from the States, and it would just be more complicated to go to Canada. So I just thought it was cool to see a now 2-time Classic Physique Mr. Olympia champion do something positive like that, just kind of a random act of kindness from one of their followers. So I wanted to put that in this video. Thumbs up for Chris, man. He seems like a really good guy. Now, next up in the news, the New York Pro has received a new date and a new location. So the New York Pro will be held the weekend after. The Indy Pro, which will be held the week prior, obviously, May 9th. So the Indy Pro is May 9th, and the New York Pro is May 15th, the following week. So the Indy Pro, I've mentioned this in a couple of videos, that's going to be the show that really kicks off the bodybuilding season in terms of men's open bodybuilders qualifying for the Olympia, points for the Olympia. It really all starts in the beginning of May. So you've got 2 shows back-to-back. We're probably going to see a lot of the same competitors in both those shows because they are so close together, and because the gap between this first show in the beginning of the year and the last show is so big. It's going to be like a 7-month gap, well, a 6-month gap between the Olympia of 2020 and the first couple shows of 2021. So there's a lot of downtime for a lot of these bodybuilders. I'm sure they're going to be gearing up to start competing again. So the New York Pro, scheduled for May 15th, again, will not be held in New York. Similar to last year, it's going to be held in Florida. Tampa, Florida, so I guess at this point they could just name it the Florida Pro. I mean, 2 years back-to-back, the shows in Florida. I think it's no longer the New York Pro, right? So it's good to see that we've got that show scheduled because, as you guys know, this is a major points opportunity for the Olympia. I believe it's a Tier 2 show, making it second in the total number of points that you get for the Olympia, only to the Arnold Classic and, of course, the Olympia itself. So very important show as it relates to the 2021 Olympia and who's going to be competing there. Now, next up in the news, here's a subject I thoroughly enjoy watching people debate, and that is the natural status of Keone Pearson. He no longer claims to be natural at this point in his professional career, but in the beginning, he did. And recently on his story, someone asked him, he basically did a Q&A thing, and someone commented, "Post a picture of you, Natty." And Keone posted this picture, and he says this is from his 2019 Arnold Classic prep, and his body weight was 180 pounds. Now, again, he doesn't claim Natty anymore, but I want you guys to comment in the comment section below that in this picture, do you guys think Keone was natural or not? I'll give you guys my opinion. I'll give you guys a hot take here. I actually believe him. I think he is natural in this picture. So agree with me, disagree with me. Let me know in the comment section below. I believe, I don't want to misquote him here, but I believe all the way through his 2019 Classic Physique Olympia, I believe that was the extent of him claiming natural. And I think he weighed somewhere in the 170s at the Classic Physique Olympia in 2019. And then, you know, obviously transitioning to 212, I believe that's where the actual gear use kind of began, was in that window of time. But let me know in the comment section down below. Oh, and a little bonus round here. Bonus points to the first person who can name these 2 bodybuilders in the comment section below. This is, of course, an old picture of these 2 bodybuilders. Go. Now, next up in the news, potentially another interesting crossover between men's physique and classic physique. We've seen it done successfully with Logan Franklin already. We've seen Jeremy Buendia hint at a possible crossover to classic physique, but this time it is your current reigning and defending classic men's physique, Mr. Olympia champion, Brandon Hendrickson. So Brandon responded to a post on an Instagram page called Men's Physique Pick, and they posted a picture with the caption, "What do you think? Who can win the Olympia title in men's physique and in classic physique division?" They tag Brandon, and Brandon responds and says, "Thought it was me. Nah, for real, I'm gunning to be the first men's physique and classic physique Mr. Olympia. Stay tuned." I actually think that if anybody has a good shot at it that's currently competing in men's physique actively now, it would be Brandon. Like I said, I've said this before, I don't follow men's physique extraordinarily closely, but going up to the Men's Physique Olympia 2020, Brandon was one of the few guys that I followed on social media because I do think he's got an extremely impressive and just aesthetically pleasing physique from the standpoint of a crazy V-taper, small waist. He's got a pretty good amount of muscle in his upper body, at least, for a men's physique competitor, more than you would, more than I would at least think. And from a general standpoint, in a general sense, he generally meets the criteria of what you're looking for in men's physique. Now, the biggest question mark, of course, is going to be the legs. I'm not entirely sure what his legs look like, as is the case with a lot of men's physique competitors. Obviously, they wear shorts on stage that cover their legs, so we don't really know what his legs look like, and that's going to be something that is extremely important in classic physique, whereas it's basically not important at all in men's physique. And then, of course, the other thing is, while he might look good in men's physique, while he might look good in the gym, the poses that he hits in men's physique are way different than what you would hit on a classic physique stage, so you really wouldn't know what he would look like as a classic physique competitor until you see him hit some of those mandatory classic poses and see how that physique looks in that setting and in that context, because right now we only have the context of seeing his physique, really just what he's posted from gym updates, and what we see on stage in men's physique, which is a different context than you would see in classic. However, I think Logan Franklin has done it the best so far. I think he's really the only guy that's made a serious attempt at it. But I think Brandon is another guy that could have the potential to have a successful run in not only men's physique, but classic physique as well. But again, I guess that could be another question for you guys. Do you guys think that he has the potential, Brandon, to cross over to classic physique? Me personally, I've said this many times before, I love to see a good crossover. It's always good to see not only an athlete challenge themselves, but a successful athlete in one division leave that division and seek that same success in another one, like we're going to see with Flex Lewis in 2021. Most successful 212 bodybuilder of all time, crossing over to men's open bodybuilding, looking for the Olympia title in a whole new division. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please give the video a thumbs up if you did in fact enjoy it. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet already. As always, I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.